Actors Guild of Parkersburg held the third annual lip sync battle in downtown Parkersburg tonight. Many local faces performed to support a chosen nonprofit. Our Jason Livia tuned into the battle and has more.
The Actors Guild of Parkersburg was full of cheers and laughter Saturday night for the third annual lip sync battle. The lip sync battle is held each year as a fundraiser primarily for the Actors Guild, but also for several organizations around the area. Board of Trustee member in charge of fundraising, Sherry Wilson Brand, says that everyone who performed tonight chose a different nonprofit to represent at the competition, and they will each receive some of the funds that were raised from Saturday night's events.
Every contestant chooses a nonprofit organization in the area to also support. So every single contestant's nonprofit will also receive some of the funds.
Braid says the house was sold out Saturday evening, and everybody had a blast seeing the faces they know in a different light.
Gosh, the audience, I think, loved every single song, mostly because they know the people in the song, they know the contestants, but they're not used to seeing them on stage lip syncing. So it's a whole new ball game for every single contestant.
Some of the familiar faces from Saturday included Councilman Zach Huffman, Jeff DeWitt and Lindsay Dennis from Artsbridge, and former WTAP anchor Alexa Griffey. There was a first, second, and third place prize, as well as a People's Choice Award that was decided by donations both online before the event and cash donations Saturday evening. The winner of the lip sync battle was none other than Artsbridge, who sang Rolling on the River by Tina Turner, with a bit of a surprise for the audience. Artsbridge Executive Director Lindsay Dennis says that she didn't expect to take the win home, but she wanted to be there to support all the other nonprofits.
Very exciting, very unexpected. Well, when we started this, we weren't really even sure what song we were going to do, and when we settled on a song, we got some great choreography. We just wanted to support a fellow nonprofit. Winning wasn't even in my mind. I've never performed on a stage before, so I just wanted to get through it and say that I'd done it.
You did a great job.
So I'm so excited that we won tonight. It was very unexpected, but very cool.
Braid says that first, second, and third place each get $500, $300, and $200 respectively, and all the other nonprofits represented will each receive $50. Reporting from Parkersburg, I'm Jason Livia. With WTAP News, this is Home.